Ron don't care about nothing other than his 25 and winning.
And he walks to the 25.
Yeah, he walks to the 25. Like let me rephrase it. 10. He wants to keep that 10-point streak alive. Like you saw him hit that 3 when his ankle was back. People don't understand how big of a shot that was. When that ankle was messed up and he was like not right, like that dude missed the next 2 months and probably wasn't right for the next 4 months. He had to hit that 3 to keep that 10-point a game streak alive. And so it's like, Bron's going to get his numbers. He don't really care about that. His goal is always to like mentally figure out how I can make sure you're at your best. Like, I'm going to be at my best when my best is needed, but I need you guys there. Because Bron knows. Bron will take a championship without a finals MVP.
Oh, my goodness. Y'all in for it now. Now, this is where it got really disgusting, people. LeBron James did one of the most disgusting things you could ever do in a basketball game. For all you guys who tried to defend this man for being a solid basketball player who's playing to win, this guy was not playing to win at all today. He was just out there on the floor, basically surrendering points, defensively getting shut down by the Phoenix Suns, and on the other end, allowing them, as they were picking on LeBron James, to score on. Not only that, he didn't seem in sync with the team at all. And this is what they said. Well, we were worried about LeBron James fitting into the lineup. Their first good team since OKC, and both were blowouts. When the Lakers don't get their free throws, they're a team that's not even in contention. They're not even close. They look inferior. But what was worse is that this man decided and cared only about a streak that nobody counted ever until he played. A 10-point streak. He's never had a game where he has to have double digits. He cares about this. Like, this is a real stat that people really are going to care about. That's why I wanted it to get broken. The NBA need this streak broken by LeBron. Because it's just a symbol of his narcissistic behavior. And it's only getting worse. But now that his game is turning to crap. Yeah, his game is turned to complete crap. You're going to see it more and more. Rear its ugly head. But don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this page, which is Carino for Life. And don't forget to join my Patreon, which is Carino for Life. Become a member, and let's get ready to kick this off, man. Hi, I'm Carino. Oh, let's talk about it.
No one knows Carino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them.
Best defensive teams in the league. Where and how did this one get away from you?
Turnovers transition points, obviously on our home floor, and then against a disruptive defense like that, you can't turn the ball over that much. And pretty much all pick sixes. You know, they not only turned us over, they was able to convert.
For you guys who really haven't had trouble offensively, how much does that then kind of disrupt what you guys want to do?
Listen, that happens. I mean, it's a long NBA season, but we understand that that's a very good team over there. And they took us out of what we wanted to do and how we wanted to execute, and we have to learn from that.
This is the first of 5 straight games against teams with above 500 records. You guys are taking care of teams below 500 records thus far. Is it obviously nothing that you would want to lose a game, but can this be something that can refocus the team as you head out on this road trip?
Well, the road trip should always refocus you no matter how you're playing. You know, so I don't think it took for us to have this game tonight to refocus us.
LeBron, you guys are going to have more talent than basically, especially in the starting lineup, than anybody you guys play this teams. And teams around the league have tried to fight talent with speed and pace and effort. Well, what kind of energy does it take to meet that every night? And did you feel like you guys were ever even energy-wise with Phoenix tonight?
I think it was a step ahead of us for sure. Obviously, we had a game last night. Obviously, I didn't participate in it, but we had to dig deep even to win that game. We was able to close it out kind of early in the fourth, but we still had to play. And guys, we looked like we could have had a little bit more energy versus a team that played that way. So they took advantage of that.
You were on the injury report, like left foot injury management. It wasn't sciatica. Did anything happen in the previous game to re-aggravate the stuff you've been dealing with your foot for the last couple of years, or is it just sort of the stuff you've been dealing with for the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's called old.
Think about it.
You get it. You understand. You understand. Just wake up with shit that you didn't have the night before.
Is your role with this team in particular this season, when things are kind of stuck in the mud, is there an instinct to try to maybe buck what you're doing and get the ball back in your hands? Or obviously Luka and then carries a bigger load generally with this team. And is it kind of let that play out and then you go from there?
Yeah, you go with what's been working. And obviously, we have opportunity to change pitches and switch pitches, but we go with what's working. Obviously, we didn't play our brand of basketball the way we wanted to play. So it's just one game. We don't get too crazy.
At the free throw line, just gave a little bump, and Gabe went.
Now, Dillon Brooks came in and shut LeBron James down. I mean, he shut him down completely. What LeBron James just did and what the media just did is lie to you guys. You see, everybody here is so irate. And I want you to see this play because it's very important to the game. No, not that. This is what we're talking about. The team is getting annihilated in the third quarter. It's 55 seconds left. They're getting annihilated. LeBron has 6 points. Or 4 at this point, right? And JJ Redick is looking at LeBron. He's talking to the bench. Luka looks at JJ. It's like, what is LeBron doing? He's looking at JJ to give him the look to say, get him out of the game. Like, get LeBron James out of the game. Like, what is he doing? So Luka is looking at JJ Redick so that he can get on LeBron James because LeBron is not playing basketball. He's just out there and he's talking to the bench. He's talking to the Phoenix Suns bench. He's not paying attention to anything Luka's doing. Luka's looking at him like, what are you doing? JJ Redick sees this. And he sees LeBron just won't stop talking to the bench. Like, he's just talking to the Phoenix Suns bench. So he's looking over there again. So he's still doing it and talking to the bench. So he calls a timeout. JJ Redick calls a timeout because LeBron wants to hang out and talk to the Phoenix Suns bench. And this pissed Luka off completely. Yeah, and he's like, you are sitting here talking to the bench, and JJ's like, what is wrong with this dude? He's a broken down old man. You're getting your butt whooped by the Phoenix Suns, and you want to come over here and laugh it up with Goodwin, and your team is fighting on the other end of the court. This is the guy y'all try to defend to me. Y'all the guys always keep talking about LeBron's a winner. He plays to win. He tries to fight back. Does this guy look like he's playing to win? Or he's just milking his time on the Lakers? Stealing money. Y'all are paying $52 million for this. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He's spending the time out. He's not even in his huddle. He's over here in the Phoenix Suns huddle. During a timeout. Look, JJ is like, what the hell are you doing? He's broad. What are you doing? And look, Larby is like, look, Bron's not even paying attention. And look at Luka's looking at him like, the hell is this guy doing? And Luka's got his hands out like, what do you want me to do? The guy's not paying attention. And y'all believe that there's no trouble in LA. He's the problem. He's always been the problem. You Laker fans don't call it out. Y'all ignore it. Y'all go along with the brainwash. And all these LeBron James fans, you need to call their asses out because this is what he's doing. He's playing for stats. He cared about 10 points. That's it. That's all he cared about. I need to get my 10. And y'all ain't giving me the ball enough to help me get 10. Look at Luka. Look at JJ. Like, and he's looking at this guy down the court. It's disgusting. Completely disgusting. Look at this. This is your king. This is the guy you say is the GOAT. That's the guy you say is up there with Jordan.
I'm a competitor, man. I don't really like the smiling and the giggling and all that. So just letting them know that, you know, I'm here and I'm still rising.
Was it so he took offense to you talking to him, or I mean, because he hung around?
Always. He likes people that know to bow down. I don't bow down, so that either entices him or it aggravates him. Either or.
So when you win big like you did, and you see LeBron only had 10, which doesn't happen very often, is that just a real double satisfying moment game for you?
Yeah, Reeves had like 12 too. So, you know, our defense is pretty good. We top 5. We play hard. We listen to our coaches and our schemes and stuff like that. And, you know, it worked tonight.
You talked about knowing that playing here, given the history, meant a little bit more to you. Is that something you discussed with your teammates, or is that just understood?
I think it's just understood. I had a playoff series here where, I struggled. And that was a time where I decided to, really take my game serious, work on my game, and be in places where, I'm wanted and I can relish and be better. And, this is only the beginning.
Obviously, you had a situation where, the teammates obviously knew that, but the way Coach Ott was talking, it was like they fed off of that for you. They were like, okay, let's help him get this one. How good does that feel, knowing that they understood your situation and then, rallied around you, particularly when Devin went out?
It was good. I just want to win. No matter who's on the front line of the team, I just want to win. Play hard every game, try to make it replicate as a serious playoff game atmosphere, and we're going against great teams. So at the end of the day, I just want to win.
You see that? At the end of the day,
we're going against
I just want to win. You hear that? I just want to win. Where do you hear that from, Bron? I went live during the game because I knew they're frauds. The Lakers are frauds. Fool's gold. Told you. They haven't been playing teams above 500. The guy who was interviewing him was bringing that up. You haven't been playing anybody that's really been above 500. And now the second team you play, that's a team that's going to be in the playoffs, one of the top defensive teams, you get shut down. Game's not close. You're blown out. Austin Reeves didn't shoot 25 free throws. Luka didn't get 25 free throws. They had to actually make shots and make plays. Now they're in trouble. Now Reeves got 12. LeBron, 10. Defense was all over the place. Guys was matched up, man. The help was coming. They didn't really need help, but the help was coming. Luka got D'd up immediately. On the ball. LeBron's in the way. Everyone can see that. And he's going to be a nuisance on the team because he's mad, he's old, and he can't take those damn roids and juices no more. He can't get himself tranked up because the feds are watching. He mad. He big mad about it. All he got to do is have to stay mad because nothing's going to change, buddy boy. Nothing's going to change for you. Do you know why nothing's going to change for you? Because you're old. They are, and you are, what they grow beyond. You are what they grow beyond. You've had your time for 23 years of milking it. You should have been gone 4 years ago. 2022 should have been your last year. But you kept milking it because you want to get these stats. You came back in the game to get 10 points. And you destroyed every argument ever about winning. You're down 20-some points in the fourth quarter. Luka's not in the game no more. There's no need for Luka to be out there no more. Y'all down 20. What are you doing in the game? We got to get LeBron 10 points. They put you on the free throw line. You split, and then, of course, LeBron needs a three. He takes a three, he makes it. Then he tries to take another shot, miss that. Then you check out of the game once you get 10. So the 10 points meant more to you to make you shut down because you were upset. You weren't getting the ball enough because the team is not making sure you get your 10. They're in the dogfight to try to get back in the game, to try to win and compete. But you, selfishly, is thinking about a streak that no one else even cares about. No other player is thinking, oh my God, I got to get 10 points. You went out there to play so that they can let you get a three to go in off a magnet ball just to keep this streak going for you. No one cares about this. If that was really a streak that Michael Jordan cared about, Doug Collins sat Michael Jordan down when he had 9 points. Jordan would have had that streak into the end of his career if he wanted to. No one even counted it then. Nobody even mentioned anything like that because it's so remotely stupid. It's a LeBron stat. The most points on a Tuesday night in December. You see, these are the type of stats LeBron James and these fan bases, people, they try to build up and they throw on TV to confuse you, to make you think like, well, he's setting records. Look, he's up there with Bird and Jordan. It'd be like the most points scored on a Monday night on December the 1st. Look, LeBron has had this many different December the 1st games points. You see Jordan is second, Bird is third, then it's Kobe, then there's Tim Duncan, and be like, who makes up this shit? And these are what we call the LeBron stats. And none of this stuff had ever existed for any other player except for him. Because none of these stats, you'd be like, we've never heard these stats mentioned before. Why now? You know why now. You know. It's disgusting. And what happened to the happy family with LeBron James, the most selfish basketball player on the planet? JJ Redick is sick of it. He's sick of his selfishness. But what happened to this joy and all this stuff from last year? Yeah, I'm happy. Luke is here to help. No, Luke is there to run the team. Not to deal with your inferior son on the court. Now Dalton Connect is getting more shine now that he's not playing with Bronny James. You see how things work out?
You already know Dillon Brooks is going.
Oh, Dillon Brooks was he was the whole show tonight. He was the whole show. You were going to get entertained by him tonight. And it was just great. Look at this.
He's going to get up to his usual antics when he plays LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers. He high-fived Luka after the free throw and then did LeBron's shoulder shrug after the dunk.
Dillon Brooks, own running Los Angeles.
And then he used his strength here on Gabe Vincent and called him a little baby.
That is nothing but net.
You already know Dillon Brooks is going to get up to his usual antics when he plays LeBron.
Oh, man, it was beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. But see, this is y'all fault because y'all fall for this LeBron crap every year. He's been washed. He'll have one game that they magnet ball all this crap for. And y'all are going to see it on December the 3rd. Your boy Carino is going to pull off history. I'm going to the place that makes the technology, that does the technology for the magnet ball, for the league. I'm going live. So we're going to see it live. Mm-hmm. I know. He put his son out there saying his son was better than players that was in the league. And, yeah, you don't do that anymore. We're just so sick of this LeBron James experiment. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers and you keep talking about we're the best team in the West, you haven't played the West. You haven't played any of the top teams. You're playing just the weakest part of your schedule.
Come on.
We're going to see what happens.
Come on.
You already know Dillon Brooks is going to get up to his usual.
We're going to see what happens when you have to really sit down and play. Well, JJ doesn't like to talk. There's a stark difference from yesterday's interview and today's interview, right? Post game. I want y'all to take a stark difference into the look. Look, right? That's JJ from yesterday, right? Look at him. That was yesterday at the New Orleans, right? That's today. See the difference on his face? You see the look? He's happy, right? Yeah, we got to win. This is a guy who's not happy about losing. He doesn't like losing games, especially not that way. That's what he looked like yesterday. That's what he looked like today. Now, yesterday, he talked for 8 minutes because they won. Today, he talked for 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Biggest takeaway, what would you see you guys into the team? Multiple times in the first half, we have a numbers advantage in transition on the defensive end, and guys just run by us. We talked about matching their physicality. Didn't do that to any extent at any point in the game. Maybe there's brain fog from 3 and 4 nights. I don't know. I don't remember ever talking about going under versus lasers and Gillespie's making threes and Royce O'Neal's making threes going on. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird sort of thing. It really is. It's like the Monstars taking over the people that you've grown to coach, and they're not doing anything that they normally do. It's weird. And I suppose a lot of that is just
Wow. The Monstars, a Space Jam reference. They're not doing anything that they normally do. That's a shot at the head coach. I mean, the real head coach, the one that got you hired, LeBron James. You see, LeBron don't have the power to get you fired anymore. He's not in charge. He can't neutralize this head coach. You don't have the power no more, LeBron. If you say, I'm not playing no more until JJ's fired, they're going to say, well, the team thinks, that you should just go home and, be on leave. They're going to just pay you to stay home. You can stay your $15 million. They don't even want you on the bench. That's what y'all going to do to me? Yeah, you kind of pretty much forced our hands. We like JJ Redick. That's how they're going to say it. The person they don't like the person that they're not liking. It's you. It's you. So, how do you like them apples, Bron? Don't forget to hit that like button up. Subscribe to the page. Oh, yes. It's all going down. Oh, yeah. They can't run tonight because it was so obvious. He came in to stat pad to get 10 points. That's all he cared about was 10 points. So you got your 10, Cookie. Are you happy? I hope so. Because it's the last time you're going to see 10 again. You're going to have to show up and show out against some under 500 teams. But what are you going to do against these winning teams? Because now that you're old, these players are going to come after you, these young players. They don't care about you no more. You're not somebody they look at and say, oh, that's the Don. You're done. JJ Redick has just told you you're washed. Time's up, Buttercup.
Reflected in the turnovers, the fast break points. It's all kind of part of that, right?
Yeah, you again, I talked about it. I went through everything, all the things that get reflected in playing hard.
Luka pointed to his 9 turnovers and took the blame for the result of tonight. Particularly, he said in the second quarter, he thought like Phoenix's schemes were a little confusing to him. That's the word he used. What do you think of his on-ball execution tonight, and where do you think he could have made some tweaks?
Yeah, in terms of the scheme, they never went to any sort of blitz or shock or anything like that. Mark Williams did a great job of just being big. He's got the second highest standing reach in the NBA. So whether it was a post up, whether it was an off ball thing, whether it was pick and roll, he just was in the middle of the paint the whole time. And their guards did a good job of being physical and forcing us down there. And once you're down there in that tight space, you're not going to get the ball through, and that led to a lot of turnovers.
TJ, you guys have had stretches where you've looked like versions of that team and generally have found your way out of it. Were there moments tonight where you just kind of knew that wasn't going to happen? Did you kind of sense that it was like, it was maybe more of a takeover of Monstars instead of just sort of
the basketball gods reward you, and they also punish you. And so in the moments when we had a chance to be rewarded, we didn't do what we were supposed to do, and we got punished. And that was throughout the game, not just a singular moment.
I think you used the word earlier was weird. You've seen things maybe 2 other times this season where you've had similar just not playing hard. Yeah. You got 17 games, if Matt's correct, of playing hard. Like, how do you digest that bigger picture especially as you guys enter the quarter or finish up the first quarter of the season?
You got to look at everything, rotations, schemes, all that stuff.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Now, rotation, schemes, and all that stuff. No. It goes back to here. It goes back to this bump. That's the scheme. That's the plan. When you see people saying, oh, it's just 3 games and 4 nights, this bum wasn't playing. This bum should have been raring to go. His engine should have been started, and he took off like a jet engine. Like somebody just shot him out of a cannon. Now, look at this. The game is too fast for Bronny. When Lucas said those words, and he, English is not his first language. He was just saying, things got to slow down for him. And, but what he's saying is the game is too fast for Bronny. And he doesn't realize it's a bad thing. It looks bad on Bronny. When he was speaking about what Bronny was doing out there, he admitted that he was learning. And then all of a sudden, now they like, let's get rid of that audio. Why? Because it does not fit well with what we think about this situation. We don't want people saying anything negative about this. No. So when all of this is initiated, and you start seeing things that are initiated and distributed in the form that it is, you put 2 and 2 together and you come up with what you have. People pay for their lack of vision. Now, when you want to talk about best intentions or best scenario, other people are going to want to know, well, what do you mean? What is it that you actually mean here? Because everyone else involved, they don't see it the way you do. I've looked at this a lot of different ways. I'm just not on the fence on it no more. It's about time y'all wake up. And all these pawns like Gilbert Arenas, who's just out here embarrassing himself every night, just saying the goofiest shit ever so that people can say that's so stupid. And he makes himself look really dumb for a living. The man's not bright. He's lost a few chromosomes, and he's a pathetic human being. So when you're a pathetic human being, this is the type of thing that, happens with you. You're out there spiraling. Now he'll be trying to use his people to lobby to get us to talk about him, put him in the headlines. And once he goes dry, when the Kenyon Martin and Draymond thing plays out, that's been carrying him, he'll go right back to doing something stupid and saying something stupid to kiss up to LeBron. LeBron knows he's a kiss ass, so that means he's never going to respect him, because you can't respect people that kiss your ass. It just doesn't work, does it, Bron? Right. He knows I'm right. That's why he's laughing. But he's pretty much upset. He's upset that NBC is showcasing him as the bum he is. Okay? This is Jordan's country. This is Jordan's land. This is where he made his bread, not you. They don't care about you. To sell you to the public in year 23 is going backwards. Why do they want to go backwards? It makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm fully aboard with the plan of getting rid of LeBron James. And hopefully this is his last swan song in the NBA. And we can get rid of LeBron James and get this poison out of the league. Amen. Now let's see you LeBron James fans try to defend this. You can't. I'm out. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Too Raw for TV, Dreamers Pro, even Scap Attack gonna probably take this one out. Shouts out to Scap. Don't forget to go to my Patreon, which is Carino for Life. We're gonna all have fun with this. And yeah, turn up, man. It's a good day.